This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
Welcome back to the desk. The MLB postseason is in full swing and the storylines are being written. Here to talk about everything happening in October is Matt, Sean, David, and Jason. As the division series comes to a close, we've seen a handful of unexpected performances, good and bad. Jinks, starting with you, what player has surprised you the most this October?
It hurts me to say as a Yankees fan, but I got to talk about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He was nothing short of the Yankees' daddy, basically. With an OPS of 1,600, 1,000 slugging, batted over 500, he had an RBI in every game. He hit a home run in game 1, 2, and 3, and it seems like the Blue Jays would score in the first inning every game because of Vlad. Even in game 4, they can't figure out how to pitch to him, and they score in the first inning, and he's been setting a tone, and I feel like that's the reason why the Blue Jays were so dominant.
Yeah, Vladdy, Daddy, as you mentioned, had a phenomenal postseason series against the Yankees, and that what's propelled the Blue Jays to advancing to the championship series. Sean, I'll go to you.
Yeah, it's got to be Aaron Judge. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the job done there in New York, Game 4, but he was batting .500 on the nose this postseason, which was 4th in the postseason. 13 hits in this postseason, again, 1st in the postseason out of all batters. And again, he saved this Yankees team, Game 3. He came in, hit that 3-run home run off the left field foul pole. You cannot dream of it any better. You live for those moments, and that's why Aaron Judge basically is that guy who saved the Yankees team.
All rise.
All rise.
Yes.
All
Stanley,
right.
here comes
El
Capitan. You can always count on Judge to perform in those big moments, and he did so for the Yankees as much as he could. Mr. Hook, what player are you going to talk about?
I'm going with Senor Teoscar Hernandez out of L.A. Come on. His regular season versus postseason numbers, the difference between his not awful, but mediocre regular season and his great postseason, it's like going from Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith. I mean, 247 in the regular season, 25 home runs, sure. Still only posted a 1.5 WAR and 103 OPS plus. He was just barely above average. Now, in the postseason, 308 average, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, over 1,000 OPS. He's been one of the key factors to the Dodgers' success, especially in that Phillies series. So I got to go with my boy, Teoscar.
David, round us out for question 1.
I got to go with the young first baseman on the Cubs, Michael Busch. To start off, he hit 2 leadoff home runs, which is actually, he's the first player to hit multiple leadoff home runs in the same postseason series. And he's just having an amazing series, batting .292, 7 hits and 24 at-bats, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs, and a 1,303 OPS. He's going to be a big factor to them if they win this series, as he provides a huge spark. And his power is something that the Cubs need to win this series.
The Phillies had a disappointing NLDS as the higher seed against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Jason, take us through the series.
Gladly, Coop. By the way, that bow tie is amazing. So the Dodgers defeated the Phillies 3-1 with an on-base percentage of 280 for the Dodgers, 299 for the Phillies, 557 OPS for the Dodgers, 657 for the Phillies, and a 3.32 ERA versus the Phillies' 2.87 ERA. It looks like the Phillies did better, but couldn't get it done against LA.
Yeah, David, I'll go to you. What factors led to the Phillies being eliminated?
Well, Coop, I just got to say that is a beautiful shirt you have on there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, what really led to that was they struck out way too much. In this series, they struck out 38 times. This really shows that the Dodgers' pitching has been shutting down this Phillies offense, and the Dodgers just overall proved to be the better team offensively, defensively, pitching, which means they really deserve to win this series. And the Phillies just couldn't do simple things like make that throw in that extra inning game, and it's just a huge disappointment for Philly fans.
Jinx, why were the Phillies eliminated?
Coop, I would compliment you, but you're a bandwagon Phillies fan. Anyway, I got to talk about their offense. Yes, statistically, they were better than the Dodgers, but I think that is just carried by Game 3. Games 1, 2, and 4, their big 3 hitters, Schwarber, Harper, and Turner, went 3 for 35 with 15 strikeouts. And that core of 3 players carried their offense through the regular season. It's the reason they won the division. It's the reason they had a bye. And they just fell apart during the majority of this series. The pitching did its job. without Wheeler, they were impressive. And the bullpen was really good besides David Robertson. But I got to go with the offense. That's why they weren't unable to win this series.
Buck, what happened to the Phillies here?
Listen, you just mentioned his name, but it has to be Zach Wheeler. He was gone. He got injured. Listen, in his stint this season, he had just under 150 innings, a 2.71 ERA, and 195 strikeouts. That's the type of pitcher you need to have in the postseason. And he's had luck in the postseason. He's had a 2.18 ERA and 77 strikeouts in his postseason. But listen, he was stuck on the couch with his wife, Dominique, and a brand new baby named Goldie. But now, guess what? They have a brand new vacation to Cancun, all paid for by the Phillies.
Mr. Hook, finish us off. What happened to the Phillies?
I just want to say we're all complimenting Coop, but I think we're all very stylish today.
Yeah, absolutely.
The problem is, excuse me, I'm talking. The problem is that there's been no run support for the Phillies. In their Game 3 win against the Dodgers, they put up 8 runs. Great performance. The rest of the series, 7 total runs. Real Muto, Schwarber, Castellanos, and Trey Turner all tied for first on the team this postseason in RBIs, and they only put up 3 each. This team was not putting runs on the board, and that's the reason why they lost.
The Chicago Cubs forced a Game 5 back in Milwaukee after starting the series down 0-2. Jason, what contributed to the Cubs' comeback effort?
I gotta say, it's scoring in the first inning. Every single game in this series, they scored in the first inning. All 4 games so far. Mostly homers, too, from this team, so they're putting the ball over the wall, whether it's at Comerica, a pitcher-friendly ballpark, or whether it's at Wrigley, a more hitter-friendly ballpark. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Cubs team. I always like what I see from this Cubs team. Come on, roar.
Do you now?
I'm very happy about my new team that I'm rooting for, the Chicago Cubs.
Baby Bears.
Yes.
David, why were the Cubs able to come back?
I got to give it to their bullpen. In the last 2 games that they won, they only gave up 1 earned run. They had 4 strikeouts and only gave up 4 hits. And they were able to pick up their starters because on Wednesday, Jamison Tyone only had 4 innings pitched, and Matthew Boyd yesterday only had 4.2 innings pitched. And they're going to need this starting pitching to have length and their bullpen to be able to repeat those performances because the Brewers' offense is a really good offense. They're a top offense in this league. So what they're going to have to do is shut down that Brewers' offense if they're going to want to win a Game 5 in Milwaukee.
Jinxie, what did you see from the Cubs' effort?
I got to talk about their pitching. In games 1 and 2, they gave up 9 runs and then 7 runs. And then game 3 and 4, 3 runs, and then they shut them out. Like David said, the bullpen was incredible games 3 and 4, only giving up 1 run. And the starting pitching was great too. Jamison Tyone giving up 2 runs, helping the Cubs out in game 3. And Matthew Boyd had a great start in game 4, having 6 strikeouts, 4 innings of shutout baseball. And like their pitching really locked it down, and I believe that was why they're able to force game 5.
Sean, what contributed to the Cubs being able to come back?
I gotta go with the managerial position. Craig Counsell. This is the reason why there's a Game 5 here. He knows when to pull his starters and put in relievers. He had 5 relievers go Game 3. 5! And there was only 4 hits from them. Less than a hit per reliever. That is how you win games. Game 4, you threw Boyd back in there after starting the previous game. He only gave up 2 hits, and there was 6 strikeouts after the starting pitchers, after the bullpen pitchers came in. He is playing such smart baseball right now, and the Brewers haven't seen this much fear from Craig Counsell since 2007, when he was a utility position player for the Brewers. Craig Counsell, you're getting it done, man. Great job.
The Seattle Mariners and Detroit Tigers face off in Game 5 of the ALDS tonight. Buck, going to you first, give us your prediction on who's advancing, Tigers or Mariners?
It's got to be the Mariners, and it's one X factor. The kid from San Pedro de Marcoy, Dominican Republic, it is Jorge Polanco. I believe it was game 1 when Scooball started. He had 2 home runs against Scooball in a 3-2 win. So he can almost say Polanco won the game for the Mariners in game 1. You got to watch out for Polanco again against Scooball. He's a career .269 hitter. And honestly, when it comes down to the stretch, when it comes to that 8th and 9th inning, Andres Munoz will get the job done, and you will see the Mariners in this championship series.
Jason, who you got? Tigers or Mariners?
Sean Buck is crazy, and I disagree with him often. I'm disagreeing with him now. I'm going with the
What a
Detroit Tigers. I have a feeling someone else is going to pick that team because they're obviously the better team, so I'll let them list out the stats.
David?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Buck and go with the Mariners.
That's my man right there, D-Dog.
Gotta think they're just a way deeper team pitching and hitting side. You know, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Victor Robles, as we talked about, and many others like Jorge Polanco.
Baby.
You gotta say the Mariners are 51-30 at home this year, and the Tigers are 41-40 on the road. They're just the way better team all around, and let's just think about it. Their fans are hungry for a championship. So the Mariners are going to do everything they can possible to win this game and send themselves to a championship series.
Woof, woof.
Jinxie, finish us off. Who do you got advancing, Tigers or Mariners?
In Skubal, we trust. The Tigers are going to win this game. Taylor Skubal is going to win a Cy Young this year. He's a top 2 pitcher in baseball, maybe even top 1. People are going to talk about the Mariners are 3-0 against Skubal this year, but the problem is they now have to be 4-0. And when you have a pitcher at this caliber, they're going to make changes, and they're not going to make the same mistakes. Skubal is going to shove. Tigers are going to the ALCS.
Guys, it was a split on the desk, so quickly I will give you my prediction. I'm going to go with the Tigers here. They're advancing to the championship
Smart
series.
man.
You know, I was going to compliment you today. No, I'm not.
They gave him the host position
I take back
for
the
a reason.
I take back the
But
Phillies.
anyway,
Sorry,
let me finish up here. Don't forget to follow us at Sports Desk WP for updates and more. Thank you to all the cast and crew. And a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clark, from Studio B in Hamilton Hall. And from everyone here at the desk, I'm Tyler Cooper saying so long. See you in 2 weeks back here for our next telecast right here on WPTV.